Welcome to another edition of the Would Be Blood Fight Show. I'm your host, Dave Duenas. Let's talk about a guy that would be a major threat at 140. Let's talk about a guy that's got pretty much skills like a superhero straight out of a Marvel comic. The guy that I'm talking about is Zab Judah, or better known as Super Zab Judah.
I'm the neighborhood baker, baking up cakes with the ice on flavors. Starburst wrist go dirty like a Viking. Hair on black on Denali's. Yeah, Harley, with Bob Marley. Green and the team run green like an army. Kodak stack hard, take a picture hard. Major leagues, yeah, I'm done with the winter. Jump hot summers, tick like thunder. Strike at your vest like a pair of track runners. Cake on cake, pancake like lumber. Move way fast, call it liposuction. Dope keep trucking, yeah, I get it cross country. Never seen a guy get a dope fiend. I can show you how to keep the bricks flipping, keep the dough lifting, keep the text pitching. I can show you how to lock down buildings, snowplow wrists, chrome out sixes. I can show you how to break down bricks and extend clips and keep stacks twisting. I can show you how to keep snow drizzling, keep blocks sizzling, stack them Benjamin. I can show you how to block heel, get chills from every G-stack. Rubber band G-packs open when the bricks crack, and that's over and over. Flip over and over, trying to touch more bread than a toaster owner. Death block on the arm like a soldier bloater. Don't fast, it come fast like roller coasters. Plus the twin hostess hurdle like a sprinter, winter all year round. Plus I'm gone till November year, and I jump state like gypsies. Pancake my dough on nice like Wayne Gretzky. Levitate vest sand color quicksand. Whip scripts with the automatics tucked in. The flow was like a dynasty. Iced every length, the wrist wet like Odyssey. And I show for.
There's rumors right now about Zab Judah coming back down to 140. So let's talk about the potential bouts that are out there for him. First one that comes to mind is Demetrius Hopkins, the nephew of Bernard Hopkins. You know, a lot of sports writers are saying that he's the future at 140. But is that a bout that really Zab needs right now? I don't think so. Then there's the potential bout with Junior Witter, who Zab Judah defeated 8 years ago, giving Witter his first professional loss. Now, is that another bout that has potential of making? Yeah, but not this particular time. Then you got Kendall Holt. Kendall Holt having a spectacular knockout on the first round against Ricardo Torres, getting dropped 2 times, and then coming back and knocking him out. You know, straight out of a movie, and it gave a lot of excitement. There's talk of Holt versus Torres 3, but really, if there was a bid that was laid out there for Holt to face a Hall of Famer Zab Judah, you know he would probably shy away from the Torres first and go after Zab. So that's a good potential bout right there for him to try to face against Kendall Holt. Now, let's talk about Timothy Bradley, who defeated Junior Witter and outpointed Edner Cherry recently, okay? So that bout alone would generate a lot of interest for Zab Judah coming back down at 140. And it'd be an easy sell to Showtime or HBO. So there's not, you know what, there's not a lot of, well, I wouldn't want to see Zab go against Bradley, because Bradley being a very strong 140 would obviously give a good test for Zab to see if he's still back, which I believe that he still is. Okay, but let's talk about the certain sharks that are out there in this certain pool of 140 waiting for Zab Judah. Obviously, there's the other New Yorker, Paulie Malignaggi. You know, if he defeats Ricky Hatton, it all makes a lot of sense. Even if he doesn't defeat Ricky Hatton, it still makes a lot of sense. It becomes a turf war. You know, Zab Judah being from Brooklyn, Paulie being from New York. So it makes a lot of sense for these two guys to mix it up, and it will generate a lot of attraction there in Madison Square Garden, okay? You know, Paulie's saying he's the Magic Man, and he's got, you know, kind of a little bit of similar style to Zab, but just not the power or really the flashiness that Zab has. But he's a great defensive whiz, and, you know, that goes kind of lays down with Zab Judah too. But the only thing is that Zab's the guy that's going to be walking in was the power puncher, where Paulie wouldn't be. But it would be such a great, interesting bout because it'd be a chess match. This is not an all-out war that you would probably see, you know, with him facing like Kendall Hall or Bradley, but it'd be a chess match that's going to be good enough for you to sit there and enjoy. And really, I would think that, you know, Zab would probably pull away with a possible decision on Paulie. But let's shy away from that one. Let's talk about another mega fight that's out there for Zab, and I know that he's waiting for and salivating about, okay? Let's talk about Manchester's very own Godzilla. Better known as Ricky the Hitman HaTTon. Now, this is a very inviting style for Zab, you know. HaTTon being a high-pressure volume fighter, a very aggressive guy, comes straight forward. That's really inviting to Zab Judah because that, you know what, styles make fights. And, you know, Zab is really not a kind of guy that kind of shies away from a guy that's coming at him. Zab, you know, he likes to mix it up himself. You know, he's not a guy that's going to run away. He's going to be there to fight every round. So that bout alone, you know it's going to be a super bout. That's a bout to me, really, that I love to see right after Malnaji. You know, that being alone, I mean, honestly, I don't see why Ricky HaTTon would be even looking at a match with Oscar De La Hoya. The obvious super match for him right now would be Zab Judah at 140. But you know what? Let's say those fights already materialize. What is left out there? Or let's say, you know what, they don't materialize. What is left out there for Super Zab Judah? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's throw in two wild cards into this whole mix of 140. You know, you have Juan Manuel Marquez that defeated Casamayor and supposedly going to be fighting Nate Campbell. But let's say he's still after Manny Pacquiao and he's trying to shut him down and get that match. Well, he should move up to 140. And by moving up to 140, there's a big mega fight there waiting for him with Zab Judah. That's a big pay-per-view buy there alone. And you know what? And I know for a fact Golden Boy would bite into that bout. You know, one thing is because, you know, Zab is very entertaining. If anything, Zab's going to be a major test for Juan Manuel Marquez, you know, and he's going to have to be the favorite in that bout, being a big 140. So that bout there, too, I'd like to see materialize and hopefully be put up. Why not? You know, I mean, everybody's moving up and guys are moving down and they're doing catch weights. Why not make this bout possible? Now, the other bout, too, that's a possible fight out there for him, too, would have to be Manny Pacquiao. If he loses to Oscar De La Hoya, why not come back down to 140, you know, and have another big payday with Zab Judah? You know, that there too makes a lot of sense. They're both southpaws, both have a lot of speed, both have a lot of power, and they both, you know, are going to go at it. You know, like I said, the same thing, styles make fights, and this is a style that's going to make a lot of sense and make a lot of excitement, and you're going to see somebody getting dropped from either one of the guy. Okay, so why not put all these matches back together? Now that, you know, Zab is coming back to 140, leaving 147, which he was, you know, the linear welterweight champion at one time, but where he held a title bout at the light welterweight division too. Let's see him come back down, and let's see the kind of damage and the ruckus that Zab Judah can do in that division. Anyways, I'm your host, Dave Duenas, and I hope you enjoyed this edition of There Will Be Blood Fight Show.
Breathe for a minute. Can I breathe for a minute? Breathe for a minute. Chilling with the G's for a minute. Trying to take it easy for a minute. Inhale, exhale, deep ones. My gun ring more than your next cell. From New York out to the Bay Area. Handgun, Chevelle, and a pit bull terrier. A connect in a FedEx carrier. Back to the block out area. Can I think for a minute? I might be the ghost, but if the boat don't float, I might sink in a minute. Back to the ad where I stand like a man. Gotta breathe real hard and get a plan. I got to go real hard, grind real hard. I'm tired of the time in the yard. Shit, I'd rather shine in the car. Driving to a big house, chilling in the pool with a drink from the bar.